Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my Sunset Yoga Flow with Fortis and YOGALUX. I see some familiar faces joining on, a few new ones. Thanks for joining me today. Just want to make sure here from my mat with the music you can hear me okay. So if you can hear me, give a little heart, a thumbs up, let me know. Or if you want something adjusted. Come on forward, see who's joining. Hi, Miss Tyra. So today we're going to be opening up the shoulders a little bit, stretching out those hamstrings, since we've all been working at home, sitting probably in an uncomfortable position. All right, thanks for letting me know. Noise is good, everyone. So if you've been taking these classes before, you know, if you don't have yoga blocks, no big deal. Just go ahead and grab canned goods, a water bottle, anything that works for you, anything you've been using in the past. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Child's pose, back of your mat. Get to opening up those hips a little bit. So you're gonna take your big toes together to touch, knees out as wide as feels good for you. And then you're gonna release your torso down to the ground. Reach your fingertips away from you. Let your forehead come down to the ground. Or maybe even that block or pillow. Go ahead and close your eyes here in your child's pose. Focusing inward on yourself, on your breath, on your yoga practice today, on your mat. Make sure you're pressing those sit bones deep into your heels. You can lift your forearms off your mat to give yourself a little more of an active child's pose, getting into the shoulders already. Start to come through deeper and deeper breaths here. Eventually starting up that Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. Feeling a constriction in the back of the throat, a slight audible sound. Take a nice full inhale here. Reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat. Exhale, walk them over to the right. Taking a side body stretch. Still facing your torso, your chest down towards the earth. Sit bones reaching back. One more full cycle of breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Longer exhale through the nose. Inhale, walk your hands back through center. Exhale, opposite side, over to the left. Feel your side body open up here. Rib cage expanding with each breath. 2 more rich cycles of breath here. Walk your hands back in through center. Rise up onto the knees, hips stacked directly over. Continue to lengthen your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Come into your puppy pose. You can keep the toes together to touch or bring them hips width distance apart, whatever feels good to you. As long as your hips are stacked directly over the knees, start to press the torso into the earth. Open up through the shoulders. For a deeper stretch, you can bring that chin down to the mat. Gaze forward. One more nice full cycle of breath. And walk your hands underneath the shoulders, coming into your tabletop, bringing those feet hips width distance apart. If they're not there already, knees to follow. Spread the fingers out nice and wide, starfish hands. You come into a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, open up through the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears. Exhale, belly to spine, round through the back. Inhale, sit bones and shoulders, reach up towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Continuing at your own breath. Nice and gentle here, not too big of movements. If you're in California, it's probably raining, might be cold in your house. So unless you've got a fireplace going with a heater on, be gentle with your muscles, they might be a little bit stiff. Take one more round, wherever you're at. Leaning back in a neutral spine after your last breath out. Rise up onto the feet into a forward fold, Uttanasana. You can keep the fingertips engaged with the ground. You can come into ragdoll pose, whatever variation feels good to you. As you rock side to side, stretching out those hamstrings, backs of the legs. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Relax through the shoulders. Release your elbows if you come into your ragdoll pose. Inhale, press into the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, gaze to follow. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. We're going to pause here, close the eyes. So you set your intention for your practice. Maybe dedicating it to someone you're missing right now, or someone that needs a little bit of extra love, health, happiness. Meditate on this for 2 more full cycles of breath. On your next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway to lift. Ardha Uttanasana, flat spine. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. We'll take 2 more rounds of this. Follow your breath. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Flat spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Fingertips to touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway to lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold forward. From here, take your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance, maybe the width of your mat. Bring your hands behind the low back, interlace them for your humble warrior grip. Striving to keep the heels of the hands together. If you're out here, it's no big deal. Your shoulders are a little tight. Take a bend into the knees as you reach the crown of the head down towards the mat. Bring your humble warrior grip directly above the shoulders. Start to take a bend into the right knee. Gaze to the left. Opening up. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, opposite side. Bend into that left knee. Open the chest to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release the fingertips down to the ground. Step back into your downward facing dog. Coming into that inverted V shape. Pedal out the feet here. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Do whatever you need to do to warm up the back side of the body. Heels reaching down towards the earth. Perfectly fine if they don't meet quite yet. We'll be working into the backs of the legs. So just take notice of where they're at right now, so we can compare them at the end of our practice. Inhale, shift forward into a high plank pose. Shoulders directly over the wrist, belly engaged here. Nice long line. And on the slow count of 5, release yourself down to your mat. Elbows hugging in nice and close. Pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Bring your arms into a T shape. We're going to stretch out our left shoulder. So go ahead and reach the right leg up towards the sky. Kick it up and over across the leg. Should be resting on your left side body, left shoulder, left cheek. You can always bring that left arm into a cactus for a deeper shoulder stretch. Letting your body relax here. Letting gravity open up your shoulder for you. You can always do this up against the wall. Feels really good in cactus. Bringing that right foot back down to earth. Switch sides. Left foot comes up and over, planting it behind the right leg. Again, you can cactus this arm for a deeper stretch. Take 2 more nice full Ujjayi breaths. Pressing back in through center. Press the tops of the feet into the earth, hands to the base of the ribs. On your next breath in, lift up, low cobra, pelvis and feet engaged with the ground. Exhale, release left cheek. Inhale, press up, low cobra. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, release right cheek. Inhale, press through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up and back. As we take 2 cleansing breaths here, nice full inhale through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. One more nice full inhale here. Take 1 more sip of air. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, shift forward to your high plank pose. Flow through your Vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inverted V shape. Inhale, press your weight into your tippy toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend in the knees, hop, step, walk. Top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway to lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold deeper. Step your right foot back for pyramid pose, about 3 feet apart, back toes slightly turned out. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, halfway to lift. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg. You can always bring your hands to your blocks, your canned goods. Bring that earth closer to you. You want to make sure your back heel is completely engaged in the ground. If it's starting to lift up, just shorten your stance. Back leg is nice and long here. You can always micro bend into the front knee. Shift your weight a little more forward into that front foot. Let the head hang nice and heavy as you fold a little deeper. Inhale, halfway to lift, flat spine. Exhale, toes together to touch. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit down nice and low as you reach the arms up overhead. You're going to sit down nice and low. Weight more into the heels. You can lift all 10 toes off the mat. Tap your hips. Draw the belly in. Biceps by the ears. One more full round of breath here. On your next breath out, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold deeper. This time, stepping that left foot back, pyramid pose on the opposite side. Draw that right hip back, square through the hips. Inhale, halfway to lift. Exhale, fold forward. You want to relax through the upper body here. Crown of the head reaching down towards the earth. Nose coming towards your shin. See if you can fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, halfway to lift, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Feet hips width distance apart this time, coming into big toe pose. Take your 2 peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toe. Inhale, halfway to lift. Lengthen through the sit bones. Exhale, fold forward, elbows coming out to the side. Feeling a nice deep stretch into the hamstrings. Shift your weight more into the ball mounts of the feet. Try to release any tension you're holding. 2 more breaths here. Lengthening on the inhale, folding deeper on the exhales. 1 more, lengthen, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Release your grip, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to high plank as we flow through our Vinyasa. Always an option to skip Vinyasas or to drop down onto the knees. Give yourself some added support. Your practice, your Vinyasa. Settling back into our downward facing dog. Your heels should already be a little bit closer to the mat. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg rises. Exhale, sweep it through, plant it between the palms. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Nice deep bend into that front knee. Same with pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back. Tuck the tailbone a bit. You should feel a stretch in the front of the back left thigh. Nice and active in that back leg. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, take a twist. Arms come to a T shape. You can gaze back towards the right fingertips. Belly fully engaged here. Sink a little bit deeper. Coming into exalted. Let that right leg slide down the back, or right arm slide down that back leg. Front arm reaches up towards the sky. Belly engaged here. Making sure you're not compressing on your low back. Reaching up and over only so much that it feels good to your body. Take one more nice full inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Plant the palms, flow through your Vinyasa. Finding your downward facing dog. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, lift the torso and arms overhead. Crescent lunge. Staying active in both legs, high in the ball mount of the back foot. Lift the back of the right leg up towards your ceiling. Flexing through the hamstring. Reach up towards the sky. As you roll the shoulder blades down the back, release the ears. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, take a twist. Over that bent knee, gazing towards those back fingertips. Torso staying nice and long over the hips. Sink a little deeper. Coming into exalted, release those back fingertips onto the back leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Lengthening through the right side of the body. Nice and light on those back fingertips. Nice full breath in. On your breath out, cartwheel the arms. Bring the front foot, Vinyasa. your downward facing dog for 3 full cycles of breath. As we prepare to repeat that sequence and then add on from there. Finding those nice full Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lift the right leg up. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Finding your length here. On your next breath out, take a twist. Arms to a T shape. Inhale, exalted, reach up and over. Releasing back to that crescent lunge. Start to shift your weight into that front foot, belly nice and engaged. Spring off the back foot, coming into your warrior 3. Back leg is nice and long here. Fingertips reaching. Flexing or pointing through the back foot. Coming into that T shape. Bring your hands to heart center. Making sure your hips are rotated down towards your mat rather than opening up on that left side. Without releasing that left foot to the earth, rise up to a one-legged Tandasana. Flexing through the left foot, knee coming directly from the hip. Release the hands down by the side. From here, we're going to straighten through that left leg. Doesn't matter how high it is. Just want to make sure you're not dumping back. It'll throw you off your balance. Stay nice and long through the torso. As you can see, my leg is not coming directly from my hip, but it's more important to be up nice and tall than to be back here. One more cycle of breath. Bring that left foot to the inside of the right calf or thigh, coming into your tree pose here. You can always kickstand the foot if you're having a little trouble working on even more balance today. Wherever you're at, you want to press that foot into the standing leg into the foot. Drawing everything in through the midline, engage through the core. Inhale, sweep the arms up, overhead. Exhale, bring that left foot in front of the right, crossing here at the ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach over to the right. Side body stretch. You can gaze up towards the top left corner of the room. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the ankles crossed. Walk the fingertips over towards the right, maybe to a block, as you send your hips over to the left. Stretching out that right standing leg. Bring your hands back through center. Uncross at the ankles, feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, halfway to lift, flat spine. Exhale, plant through the palms, high plank pose, flow through your Vinyasa. Meeting back in our downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath in your down dog. Coming back to your breath, Coming back to your intention. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the left leg up. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. We know what we're in for on this side. Lots of strength on that left leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a twist. See if you can twist a little bit deeper this time. When you're ready, release to exalted. Belly engaged. Right fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Back right leg pressing into those left fingertips. Inhale, come back to that crescent lunge. Exhale, spring off the back foot, warrior three, right leg rises. Lengthening fingertips to toes. Back toes are pointed or flexed, yogi's choice. Finding your drishti about 4 feet in front of you, slightly down. Bring your hands into heart center. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Belly engaged. Without touching the ground, rise up. One-legged Tadasana. 90-degree angles on that right foot. Bring your hands down by the side, palms face up. Make sure you're not dumping into that standing leg. Stay nice and strong. And then go ahead and straighten through the front leg. Again, doesn't matter how high it's at, as long as your crown of your head is reaching up towards the ceiling. You're not dumping into that left leg or into the glutes. Nice full inhale through the nose. Longer, slower exhale through the nose. Coming into our tree pose. Right foot comes to the inside of the calf or inner thigh, never on the knee. Your right knee is going directly out to the side rather than slightly forward. And like me, if you fall out of it, just go ahead and get right back into it. Maybe taking a different arm variation on this side. Hands to prayer. Or reaching up overhead, nice big tree branches. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, cross that right ankle in front of the left. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, reach over to the left. Pressing your hips away from your fingertips. Gazing up. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold forward. Walking your fingertips over to the left. Again, sending your hips away. Nice deep stretch into that left leg. Walk your hands back through center. Feet hips width distance apart, about 2 fists worth. So we come into gorilla pose. Slide your hands, palms face up, underneath the feet, toes meet the wrists. Inhale, lift the sit bones up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Again, elbows coming out to the side. Make sure you're not punching through the shoulders. Release the ears. as you use your breath to get deeper and deeper into the pose. One more full cycle of breath here. Slide the hands out from underneath the feet, fingertips to your mat, heel toe your feet about the width of your mat once again. Humble warrior grip, this time bunny thumb on top, your opposite thumb of last time. Reach the humble warrior grip up over the shoulders as you fold forward. Take a bend into that right knee as you gaze over to the left. Come back through center. Take a bend into the left leg. Glancing over to the right, turning your body, turning at the torso. Still trying to reach the heel to the hands together. Come back through center. See if you can reach those fingertips even further over the shoulders, over the head. And then when you're ready, release. Shake out the shoulders, shake the head yes, shake the head no. On your next breath in, halfway to lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to high plank, flowing through that vinyasa. Or just meeting directly in your downward facing dog. We've got one more series. I promise it's not too long. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Find your breath here. See if your heels are a little bit closer to the mat than they were when we started. Inhale, three-legged dog with the right leg up. Exhale, sweep it through. Rotate the back toes 90 degrees. Inhale, window the arms up to your warrior two. So pinky edge side of your left foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Right knee is directly over the second toe. Torso directly over the hips, not leaning forward, leaning back. Nice and square here. Gaze over the front middle fingers. Inhale, flip the front palm towards the sky. Exhale, reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Opening up through the right side body. Go ahead and take a half bind. Left fingertips come to the inside of the right hip. You sink deeper into that front knee. Tucking the hips here, draw the sit bones down towards the earth. Keeping that left hand in your half bind. Come into extended side angle. Front forearm to the top of the thigh. Opening up through the chest. Drawing that top shoulder back. Taking 2 more cycles of breath in this variation. Drawing the belly in. Release that half bind. Top arm reaches up and over. And if you like just a little bit more strength, reach that right arm forward like you're holding a beach ball, belly engaged here. One more full cycle of breath. You can do it. We're almost there. Inhale, rotate the torso forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Flow through your vinyasa. Meeting back in that downward facing dog. Last vinyasa of the practice if you'd like to take advantage. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the left leg up. Exhale, sweep it through, back foot, 90-degree angle. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two, opposite side. Heel to heel alignment, heel to arch alignment. Nice long stance here. This is the last of our warrior series. Then we're going to be coming down onto our mat. So go ahead and see if you can sink a little deeper into that front knee. Inhale, flip the front palm towards the ceiling. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Little to no weight in those back fingertips. Sink a little deeper. And then come into your half bind. Right fingertips come to the left hip. When you're ready, coming into this variation of extended side angle, left forearm on top of the left thigh. Really open up here. Maybe slide those right fingertips deeper into the hip. So you draw the top shoulder back. Fully engaging into the core. Make sure you're not dumping down here. Actively press that forearm into the thigh. And then reach that right arm up and over. Deepening the side body stretch. And then for 2 cycles of breath, we'll come back to holding that beach ball, sinking into that front knee. You can do it. Inhale, rotate the torso. Exhale, plant the palms, step directly back to your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to pedal out the feet. Eventually coming to stillness here. Gazing back towards the top of the thighs. Lift the hips a little higher. Lengthening through the shoulders, through the calves. Slowly release down onto the knees. Slide the legs out in front of you. We're going to be coming down onto our backs. So make sure you're adjusted onto your mat so you have nice and room for your head. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bring them to shoulder height. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. The lower you go, the slower you release, engaging your core. Eventually finding yourself on your back. Press the soles of the feet into the earth, hips width distance apart after the fingertips to touch. Upper body relaxed. Send your hips up towards the sky for bridge pose. You can draw the shoulder blades together. Underneath you, interlace the fingers in that humble warrior grip as you press your hips up towards the ceiling. Taking nice full Ujjayi breaths here. Don't let it go quite yet. Two more rich cycles of breath. Release that grip. Slide the hands out from underneath you as you roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Take that left ankle on top of the right thigh, flex through the feet for your figure 4. Interlacing your hands behind the back of the right thigh or front of the shin, taking as deep of a stretch as you like. Let the shoulder blades just relax down into your mat. Hopefully they feel a little bit more open than they did when we started our practice. Keeping your legs in this figure 4 pose, drop them over to the right so the sole of the left foot plants into the earth, left knee reaching up towards the sky. Should feel a stretch in the outer left hip. Letting your hands fall wherever feels comfortable to you. Try to let go of anything you're holding on to in the lower body. Letting the muscles relax, stretch out. Keeping your legs in their figure 4, reach them back up. Slide that left knee on top of the right. You can reach for the outsides of your feet here, drawing your heels towards your sit bones. Doesn't really matter where they're at. You just want to try and stack the knees, but your feet might be way out here. You should just feel a stretch in the outer left hip, a little bit deeper than the one we just did. Maybe even close the eyes here. Focusing on the breath and the sensations you're feeling in the body. Release your grip on your feet, both knees into the chest. Just rock side to side, draw half circles. And when you're ready, switching to that figure 4 on the opposite side. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. You can use your right forearm to press into the right thigh, giving you a deeper stretch here. While we're cooling down here, stretching out the glutes and the hips, maybe see if you can start to make your breath a little longer. Take a count on your inhale, and then a count on your exhale. And then wherever you're at, for your next few cycles of breath, see if you can make them one count longer. Keeping your figure 4 in your legs, release them over to the left side. Same side as that bottom leg. Right knee pointing up towards the ceiling. I always find these stretches, these warm-ups and cool-downs are the best times to practice your breath work. Reach your goal of making it deeper and deeper. It's a little harder to work on those things when you're in your warrior series or your balancing series. But trust me, it's even harder if you're talking while you do it. So you got it. You're fine. One more full cycle of breath. Bringing your legs back into your figure four. Slide that right knee on top of the left. Squeezing the inner thighs together. And then reaching for the outsides of the feet. Deepening your stretch. You might notice a difference between the two sides. I can externally rotate a lot more on my right side. So my knees are stacked more together. Heels are closer to my sit bones than they were on the opposite side. Your bone structure, your muscle tightness, it's just not the same. You're not symmetrical. The most important thing is you're feeling a stretch on the outer right hip and glute. So take any modifications that you need, any variations that just feel good to you. Taking 3 more rich cycles of breath here. Then release your grip, both knees into the chest. Moving in any which way that feels good to you. We come into our final pose, happy baby, flexing the feet up towards the sky, reaching for the outside edges of the feet once again, tailbone engaged with the ground. You can rock side to side here. Or maybe straighten out one leg and then the other. Taking any last bit of movement that feels good to you, feels right for your body. And maybe even straightening out both legs. Still reaching the tailbones back down towards your mat. When you're ready, coming into a tiny ball, knees into the chest, nose to the knees. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, and then let yourself go into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Legs out nice and long, arms by the side. With each inhale, feel the front of the body rise up. With each exhale, feel the back of the body sink deeper into your mat. As you let go of control over your muscles, letting them sink down towards the earth, gravity takes over. control go over your breath, letting it come back to its natural rhythm. As you find peace and stillness here. You always have the option to stay in your Vinyasa, not Vinyasa, Shavasana, as long as you'd like. Maybe even a little longer as you let your body relax. Take these last few moments for yourself. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, being a part of this sunset flow put on by Fortis. I hope you enjoyed it. You got to maybe work on something you haven't worked on in a while. So thank you for letting me guide you. Again, stay here, relaxed, as long as you can. I bring my hands to heart center. The light in me honors, sees, and respects the light within each of you. Namaste.